Ben, you're opening. Ben, you're opening. Ben, you're opening, pendejo.
Fuck off me. And just for touching me, I'm gonna sue you. Jesus. Speaking of suing. What?
Go on.
I am. I just got a notification on my phone though. Anywho, speaking of suing, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. Some of the dumbest lawsuits. Some lawsuits make sense. Others don't. Like others sound like I would sue just because, whatever. But one of the I guess you can say one of the most famous lawsuits, maybe, for not fast food related, but in general, anybody who sells coffee.
Oh, baristas.
No, just in general.
All the burn. Is it all the burn lawsuits?
Yeah.
True.
Like, you're getting hot coffee. It's going to be scalding hot. Why? But here, in all fairness, especially with our job, usually they're handing the coffee with the lid loose. And that's happened to me, you guys.
Okay, cool story. Shut up. So before this lawsuit, companies didn't have the warning labels or the cautions or, anything like that. So back in the 90s, it says here that, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but it happened in 94. Liebeck versus McDonald's. A woman was awarded nearly $3 million after suffering severe third-degree burns. I didn't know coffee was that hot for third degrees. But I guess, the coffee spilled on her and there was no warning back at that time. So she sued and she won. Which, I mean, good for her.
Yeah.
But that's why you see those.
Well, she lost layers of skin. It was like third-degree burns.
She'll be fine.
It was really bad.
Where was it at?
I mean, I would assume her hand, her lower arm.
In 94, 3 million. Oh my God.
That's
She was
astronomical.
balling.
That was good back then.
Yeah.
Now that's
That's one
30
house.
million, yeah.
A house, a couple cars.
Yeah.
So, holy crap.
Pardon the dogs.
shut up.
Get the
Lincoln.
hell out of me.
Told you he's still
Even with that lawsuit, because the initial lawsuit sets precedence, that means that it gives you some place to start from.
Yeah.
People are still getting burned.
Of course.
And, you think that these fast food places, and they're I've seen a couple of documentaries where they basically have inspectors go in and test the temperature, but that still hasn't stopped these lawsuits from happening. And it's people all across. You think it's like old people. No, it's people that are young, people that are, middle-aged. Everybody gets burned by really super hot coffee. So what does that teach us? Don't trust fast food people when they're handing you something really hot.
Let's not go to fast food places, especially from our previous episode about them
feeding us people.
Yeah.
Some lawsuits though, I don't know how to word this. Some lawsuits can be like morally wrong. Like if you think about it.
What was the one you were telling me about at work?
An example.
Oh, so I read more up on that. They're saying that it's a hoax.
Okay.
That people got their things. People added a story in there. So recently in Texas, I think there was a roller coaster that got stuck.
Ooh.
And the firefighters came out to, get
Oh, were
the
they
people
hanging?
down. Yeah, they were hanging.
I saw that clip of that.
And they were saying that on social media, they're saying that a woman is filing a lawsuit against the firefighters for inappropriate touching.
How the hell are they supposed to touch her? How the hell are they supposed to touch her?
But I've heard of stories though of paramedics or police officers getting sued by the people who they saved. Like there was one where the cops were trying to get a guy out of a burning car. This was a long time ago. They were trying to get him out of a burning car and they got him out, but in the process they paralyzed him.
Oh my God.
Okay, that's terrible.
So I mean, yeah, it sucks, but I mean, would you rather be dead or would you just rather be paralyzed?
But it happens. I feel like there are people who probably might try and cop a feel, but then there's definitely people who are not trying to do that.
I think that those incidences are like few and far between. I don't even know if they.
What was the details? Like, did he grab her boob or like what the?
I don't know, but it was. But the thing is when I was trying to search more on it, it was saying that it was a hoax. That the people really did get stuck and everything, but the lawsuit is a hoax. They're saying that that's not really happening, but I don't know. I really
can't believe everything you see.
I
on
couldn't
the
find
internet.
anything on there.
Okay.
Go lay down.
Let's hear a stupid one. Okay, this was in 2005. The administrative law judge, his name was Roy Pearson, he sued a family-owned Washington, D.C. dry cleaner after they allegedly misplaced a pair of his gray pants.
Are you?
Girl, you want to hear the amount? Okay.
No.
He cited the store, their satisfaction guaranteed sign. He claimed it was a breach of contract because they lost his pants. He demanded $67 million for mental anguish and legal fees.
And I hate that he's the judge.
He's a judge.
He got fired.
He's a judge.
He got fired?
He got fired.
Thank God, because he doesn't have good moral character. Could you imagine?
The case got thrown out and he got fired.
Oh, so he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
No.
the judge, they sided with the dry cleaners and he lost his job over the incident. Yeah.
The sweatpants, $67 million?
No. His
Or
judge
whatever.
business suit pants. And
Maybe a few hundred.
I'm sure they were expensive,
Yeah.
but the point is that
he was having a bad day or something.
satisfaction guaranteed. And then he filed the paperwork. He went to the court. He paid the fees. He got an attorney and he went for $67 million. Now, okay, maybe a $5,000 lawsuit. Maybe that's still astronomical.
There's no dry cleaner in the world that I can think of that
has that money.
Yeah,
That's not worth
That's
it. What is
unrealistic.
wrong
they're
with
not, they're not
you?
pulling in. I could be wrong, but I don't see a dry cleaner pulling in $5 million a year.
Right?
No.
So these are mom and pop businesses. They're small businesses, you know what I mean? And it's a hard job. It's a laborious job. You're going to sue them because they have a sign that says satisfaction guaranteed. And because you weren't satisfied, you had mental anguish because they lost your pants.
Yeah, I know.
Your pants.
I mean,
That's fucked.
I mean, I don't know.
You're
how
a
much,
judge.
I don't know how much a judge makes, but I'm
They
sure,
make money.
lot.
I'm sure they could have bought more.
They make money. So
Especially an ALJ judge. Yeah. What's another one, Ben?
So there's ones that are a little tougher to decide because it can involve death and things like that. November 2005, it says this is called the Terry Schiavo case. Sorry if I butchered that. So a wife was in a constant vegetative state. The husband wanted to pull the feeding tube from her, but the parents didn't. So I guess when this case came out, the nation was divided because one side was saying, you know, she's a vegetable. She's a vegetable. You know, there's no coming back from that,
Right.
unless there's a miracle. But there's no coming back from that. So why keep her in that state? Like,
Right.
you know, why should the husband or if they had kids, you know, or whoever else, family and friends, why should they see her like that every single day or whenever they visit her if she can't respond to them and have, you know, things like that? The parents wanted to keep her alive. The husband wanted to,
Damn.
you know,
let her go.
yeah. So I guess the parents were suing the husband to not pull the plug, basically.
And so because he's married to her, he has legal precedence over her, her final directive. And basically he gets to decide whether or not, because, you know, he's the husband, they have a shared life together, they have children or whatever.
Yeah. What was the outcome?
Let me look for the outcome because actually
I'm curious.
That's
if
a
she's
good one.
alive
Yeah.
or if how that
But
went.
my point is this, like, as a mother, I would want the decision of whether or not to pull my kid's plug. But even in my own will, I have a do not resuscitate clause. But knowing my mother, she would override that and try to keep me alive. And that would,
but she can't override it.
she can't because it's written down, but she will try. She will go to court. My mother would go to court to try to override that.
You'll be dead by then.
I know, but she would fight whoever's living to try to, you know what I mean? To pull the plug or whatever the case may be. But I understand a parent's grief, but why would you want to let your child live like that? That's not living. They're just there and you're suffering. You're prolonging your suffering, not being able to move on while your child is slowly dying. You know, and what's the end point? Like you're just going to wait until they just expire on their own?
That's a lot. That's heavy. I wonder.
It is. It's heavy. That's a hard case.
I'll try to find the outcome later.
Okay. Yeah, we can go back to
You know
that
what's
one.
crazy though? Because of that, I was months ago. I read up on the story. I don't know when it happened, but oh no, I'm sorry. It was I was scrolling on social media and I saw a video of a guy who was involved in a car accident and he was dying or he was dead, clinically dead, and the paramedics were able to resuscitate him.
Oh.
and he sued them because on his chest he had the initials DNR,
Yeah.
right? And the guy was saying the guy who got brought back to life said that the DNR stands for do not resuscitate. The judge was like, that could be a gang initials. How are the paramedics supposed to know what DNR stands for if it's tatted on you?
Exactly.
So the judge threw the case out.
Good.
Yeah.
But I started thinking, I was like, one, you could say that means do not resuscitate. First responders aren't going to know that. They're not taught in their classes to be like, oh, if you see DNR, that means on tatted on somebody, that means don't resuscitate.
Right. Yeah, that's
unrealistic. And that's why some lawsuits, they teeter from, rights and maintaining rights and privileges to just basic stupidity.
maybe put like actual do not resuscitate, not DNR, because that could be
that
many
could be
things.
a person's initials.
Yeah. Initials, a gang,
Could be so many things.
something I don't know. It could be anything.
All
That's
right.
crazy. Yeah, let's hear another one, Ellie.
Here's another stupid one. A class action lawsuit was filed against Red Bull in 2014 for false advertising.
Oh.
The plaintiff argued that the company's famous slogan, Red Bull gives you wings, was deceptive because after 10 years of drinking the beverage, he had
I hate you. Whoever did that.
he had developed neither wings nor enhanced physical performance. Red Bull chose to settle the case for $13 million to avoid the cost of litigation, offering $10 refunds to affected customers. Because
Wow.
yeah. Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
I heard that certain businesses, I'm not, and don't quote me on this, but I think that Home Depot is one of them, that if you do get into a frivolous lawsuit with them, they will settle out of court in your favor.
A lot of companies,
Because they don't want to go to court.
they don't want the court, they don't want the bad publicity.
They don't.
Yeah.
Because
Which makes sense.
because nowadays you put something about a company on social media and their stocks just plummet.
Right.
People,
Yeah.
what's it called? People, I don't want to say the void isn't the right word. Boycott them.
Boycott.
Oh,
They boycott
yeah.
like
Yeah.
Target got boycotted. I think Amherst got boycotted years ago. People were trying to boycott Chick-fil-A. I'm never going to boycott Chick-fil-A
I will
Really?
never.
Why?
because they
chicken?
don't support homosexuality.
Gays, yeah.
And they also close on Sunday. We should just sue them for that.
Which is fucking lame.
Like,
You need to open on
Yeah,
Sundays.
actually,
You always crave it on Sundays.
I actually don't like that. I don't like how
That
you guys
pisses
are.
me off.
I guess
I get it.
it's a Christian company,
They do
so
not go y'all are not at church all day.
they're not.
Open up after.
And not all
Open
your
up afternoon.
and not all your employees go to church.
Exactly.
don't.
How about you say the ones that don't go to church have to work?
Exactly.
Yeah, if you
And I bet you get more people in church that way.
I'm telling you, and you make more money. Chick-fil-A, please. We like.
I mean,
your food.
you guys already make enough money open 6 days a week.
Oh,
Right?
they're definitely rolling in money.
because they have cracked chicken, but that's
It's
another.
because their customer service is good. Like you can be at McDonald's for 20 minutes in a fucking line,
Yeah.
and
They'll
you
mess something up.
and you can double up the line at Chick-fil-A, but get out in 5 minutes
And they'll
Yeah.
always have everything right.
with the right order.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, you remember a couple or one of the episodes that we did where we're like, are people too professional or not professional
Yeah.
enough?
Yeah.
So there's a guy at our local Chick-fil-A. He's a heavier set guy. Super nice. Like the way he talks though isn't scripted. Like he's being himself.
Nice.
So every time I see him, we just make small talk. And I was like, oh, like for example, I'll be like, oh, can I get a number one, no pickle? He's like, all right, buddy. He was like, anything else? He was like, can I get you? Or he's like, would you be interested in a smoothie or interested in this and that, right?
Upselling.
And then I was like, no, that's okay, blah, blah. And instead of saying my pleasure or whatever, he's like, all right, man, God bless. But
That's nice.
like it's
I love that.
It's more
Refreshing.
it's genuine,
Yeah.
you know.
I love it.
It's like he's not forcing something on
That's
it.
nice.
I love
yeah.
it. I love it. I love it. I love
That's
it.
good.
But sorry.
It's okay.
There is one. Let me try to unlock my phone. There is one lawsuit that I was researching. It pissed me off. It's the it's called Grimshaw versus Ford Motor Company.
Ford.
Yeah, this was happened in '78.
Damn.
So
That was the year I was born, ladies and
yeah,
gentlemen.
God. Anywho, so in 19
Do not put those sounds, see?
yeah, put those sounds.
Do not.
In 1972, a Ford Pinto stalled on the California freeway and was rear-ended. The gas tank ruptured and fatally burning the driver, Lily Gray, and causing Richard Grimshaw, a 13-year-old passenger, to suffer severe disfiguring burns. So back then, the Pinto, the gas thing was exposed in the rear, so a light hit would blow up. So,
oh my goodness.
The evidence during the trial revealed that from internal Ford documents referred to as the Ford Pinto memo, demonstrating that Ford crash tested the car, was aware of the gas tank's vulnerability, and estimated it was cheaper to pay out lawsuits
you bastards
than to spend $11 per vehicle to fix their design.
Ford.
That's so crazy.
Ford.
So the verdict came back in Orange County. The jury awarded $127.8 million in damages, including $125 million in punitive damages.
To her?
The child, I guess. Because
in 78, she was fucking rolling.
But, I mean, they're still horribly burned and damaged from that.
They should have fixed
accident.
that. Why would you put the gas tank on the back exposed?
Oh, that's so.
And then it happened in
shameful.
70. That happened in 72 and 78. 3 teenage girls were killed when they were driving their Ford Pinto. They were rear-ended, causing the fuel tank to rupture and ignite.
That is insanity.
That's terrible.
See, the thing that sucks is, and I'm sure it still happens nowadays, where companies they look at something that they test something and they're like, okay, this could be really bad if we don't fix it, but it's cheaper for us to just pay a lawsuit than to fix our faulty whatever it is. And they're okay with that because it makes them more money at the end.
I don't know if you guys have heard about the Challenger explosion in the 1980s.
Yeah.
That teacher and all those people just exploded. And it was because, and they had records upon records, it was cheaper to fly an expired tank, like the rocket fuel, the O-rings that kept the rockets together, than actually replace it with new ones. So they sent them up there, and seconds after they launched, it exploded. And they had the evidence that NASA was negligent, and those people lost their lives. And that's what happens all the time, but they get away with it.
Because they have attorneys that when you have multi-millions and billions of dollars, you're gonna get the top attorney you can.
Yeah, well, the U.S. Navy also puts out dead naval carriers into the ocean, knowing that those ships should be decommissioned. That should be mentioned. So just to let you know that's what's defending our borders.
Yeah, you should
what
be
our government's
deported.
doing, allowing.
Here's another silly one. I think they're hilarious. So in 2015, the animal rights group PETA sued British nature photographer David Slater on behalf of Naruto, a crested macaque. Naruto had used, so the monkey
Is that a monkey?
Yes, the monkey had climbed onto this guy's camera and he snapped himself by accident, smiling. Okay, so the guy won all these awards for that picture, that accidental picture. But PETA, the nutcases that they are, argued that the monkey owned the copyright to the image. And
What?
I mean, I like that idea.
That's so stupid. But the court dismissed the case, ruling that animals, unfortunately, do not have the standing to sue for copyright protection. So, but imagine if they did win. This random monkey, this wild monkey in the jungle, would have like millions of dollars.
Is he gonna get the money? Who's gonna?
No, hell no.
Like what?
But that's what would have happened if he won.
That's dumb.
That's what it would. But my thing is PETA, do better.
You guys can be
Waste your time
focusing on better things than that.
Do better, PETA.
That's crazy.
You're wasting time.
You know that reminds me of PETA, the Family Guy episode where they're going up against PETA.
Oh,
and
Peter.
Lois is like, PETA, and then Peter's like, what? He's like, no, not you, PETA. And then she keeps repeating it, and he's like, if somebody doesn't say something, I'm gonna fuck somebody. It's so funny.
Go ahead, Ben. Give me a dark one since I'm giving all the funny ones. I can go on to the next one if you'd like.
Yeah, go on to the next one.
All right. See, you're going to wait. Did I already? Yes, I did mention this one. In 2017, an Austin, Texas man sued his date for $17.31, the exact cost of a movie ticket, because he claimed she violated the theater's policy and ruined his experience by activating her phone. She activated her phone 10 to 20 times in a 15-minute span to send text messages during a screening of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I would have sued her
That's
too.
kind of fucked that she did go on her phone that many times.
Yeah,
That's the age we live in.
No, I mean, I don't go on my phone.
when was this?
It was 2017.
That was
No,
like kind of before phones.
if
were, like,
I'm not on my phone like that at the movie theater.
The movie theater says right before the movie starts to not be on your phone, to turn off your damn phone, and people still do it. That aggravates me.
I'm not turning my phone off.
But don't be on it.
yeah, why
Yeah.
would she?
Because the people behind you can see you turning on the damn phone, and then your eyes go directly
That's
to
why they
that.
say at the top,
Yeah, I mean, I guess that can fix that.
because it's a better way to hook up. But
Well,
Oh, for the love
I don't
of
want to picture that.
the love of Christ.
That's
Help him.
disgusting.
picture
But
this.
My point
No.
is just that
That's fucking crazy.
the resolution to the case is that he dropped it because she agreed to pay him back for the ticket, and I'm sure that they didn't make it. But the point is that
they didn't make it.
They didn't
no,
make
they
it.
definitely didn't. If a man's suing me, buddy, I'm blocking you after I pay you the 17.
what I'm saying is that I wish that I could have
How much? 17 what?
$17.31
Okay.
exact,
Oh, man.
the exact cost of a movie
I wish
ticket.
it was 38.
I know, right? 17.38.
You're not gonna know that.
I don't get that reference at all.
You're old.
It's just a song.
But my point is that what happened before, like, okay, the date happened, and obviously they argued the whole entire car ride because he was very appalled that she did this. But what happened from the minute that he dropped her off to the fact that he had to file a court? Because there's a process.
Well, how do you
gotta-
know that they just didn't meet there?
At the court?
You
Or
said
at the movie theater?
you should drop her off.
Yeah, well, whatever the scenario, but in my mind, he dropped her off and they argued the whole entire car ride, or they went separate ways. Who knows? But the point is that his thing was like, I want my money back because you ruined our date and you were on the phone, and I like Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm a big,
Nerd.
nerd, and I like those movies. And by the way, I like those movies too. So he's a big Marvel fan, and she just ruined the experience. So he was so angry about it, and he obviously brought the topic up to the girl, and she's like, I'm not going to pay you. I like to be on my phone. So he was like, I'm taking you to court. And she's like, do it. And then he actually did it.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So then finally, when I guess when all of this was said and done, and she saw how serious, she's like, oh my God, I'll just give you the $17.31.
Yeah, you needed that bad, buddy. Like damn, broke ass.
Just take it. That's what I picture happening in my head. Do you got one, B?
Yeah, like lawsuits for ethical things.
Whatever you want. I'm bringing the stupid ones. So
It fits the personality.
if it's the Papa P.
Yeah, shut up and read.
So there's one with Amazon.
Look at bright ass shorts.
There's one
Look
with
how bright they
there's
are.
one with Amazon. The U.S. Federal Trade Commissions, the FTC, took action against Amazon for alleged children's privacy violations. It says Amazon agreed to pay millions in fines after it was discovered that its Ring devices allowed employees to watch customers' private spaces, and that Alexa failed to delete children's voice recordings when requested.
That's
Interesting.
weird.
That's why I don't have a Ring.
I used to have one, but
I was
now
gonna get one.
maybe not.
Well, I was gonna get one for the front door, but I didn't know that all those people had access. Jesus.
Yeah,
I mean, they probably don't now. See, like I don't believe any of that. I would believe they still have access.
yeah. They're probably still peeping in people, keeping recordings.
I would like. I used to have a camera service, a surveillance service inside of my house. It's called LaView, but I got it through Amazon. But it doesn't upload to a cloud or to another entity for it to be accessible. It goes directly to my cell phone. But I always wondered. I was like, is somebody viewing this stuff? Can someone just tap into my phone?
Probably.
Because I'm pretty sure hackers can do that.
Oh yeah, easily.
They get the source code or whatever, the IP address. I'm sure they can
Yeah.
get in, but like, who would do all of that work just to view you sitting on your couch for
Fucking
hours?
weirdos. Like I
Well,
wonder
so
if
that-
someone's tapping into that camera right now, watching us. Hi,
Hey,
What's up, bitches?
you enjoying the view?
but yeah, so that's
What was the verdict on that?
They
They just paid the fines?
Amazon paid fines.
wow.
Of course they did. That's
Okay,
crazy. Give us another funny one.
if anyone, Richard Overton, whoever he is, sued Anheuser-Busch in 1991 for $10,000, alleging false advertisement. He claimed that the company's television ads depicted beautiful women coming to life on tropical beaches when people drank Bud Light. Overton argued that despite drinking the beer, he suffered severe emotional distress because he failed to experience similar romantic success.
Richard, I know you fucking lying.
We should go somewhere and get, buy something like either drink wise, food wise, or something.
So dumb.
Look at the ingredients to see what is in there, and then try to test it and see how much of it is false, so we can sue.
Like alcohol content, like this isn't 30-80 proof or whatever.
Yeah.
Or this isn't real oranges.
Yeah.
There was this.
That's why a lot of companies add orange artificial flavor,
Yeah.
so they don't get hit
Protect
with
themselves.
some shit.
Fuckers.
Well, they were saying that, like Walmart, for example, was citing that a specific meat or whatever was a certain amount of weight, and then when the person went to weigh it, it never matched the weight.
I heard that.
Yeah, so there's a pending tort lawsuit. Tort means a mass lawsuit to sue Walmart and other people for like scale discrepancies.
Yeah. Speaking of that, it reminds me there was a protein company. I don't remember exactly what the company's name was, but they were like, they didn't actually have protein powder in their protein. It was like something completely different. They were advertising
Was it like
as
insects?
protein. No, I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't protein. And that's like fucking crazy. That reminds me of like you saying we should test ingredients to actually make sure they're like send it to a lab.
We Americans, we're such consumers that we trust what's on the label. We
whatever
always
and
think
just
that
buy
the FDA and other checks and balances entities will check on our behalf. Otherwise, why would it be on shelves? But
Right.
the fact is that there's a lot of
Fuck no.
poison and cancerous stuff on the shelves.
There's a lot of stuff on our shelves that other countries ban,
No kidding.
Yeah.
The ingredients
You're
that we use
but
to preserve our
our government allows it
Like
here.
cereal. Oh my God, that's so terrible. Just sugar and artificial colors.
It's time for people to wake up. Y'all think our government really cares about us?
Not
No.
really.
They do
No.
not.
They don't.
Not really.
No.
Okay. Here's another. Oh, wait. It's your turn.
You can go.
Got one?
All right. So in 2015, a Colorado prison inmate, filed an $88 billion lawsuit against the NFL. He claimed that a highly controversial overturned catch by Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Dez Bryant during a playoff game against the Green Bay Packers constituted negligence and breach of contract. The lawsuit demanded the astronomical sum to compensate all loyal Cowboys fans for their emotional suffering.
Y'all been suffering for the longest fucking time.
I can't.
88 billion.
First of all, how are you watching this in prison?
How do
They
you
have TVs.
get that number? Like,
Who are you telling? Your attorney? Can you file this lawsuit?
I'm sorry, but I don't think any emotional suffering is $88 billion worth of.
No.
And then
the
you're
hell
a
it's not.
prisoner.
He just wanted some money because he's in prison.
Yeah, like
That's
You
crazy.
need money on the books.
I guess his idea is like, that's all this pleasure that I have in the world is the Dallas Cowboys. So, but you're still in prison.
Womp
so
womp. How'd you get there? What'd you do, buddy?
exactly, you don't get to enjoy life, especially not as a billionaire. So
He was wrongfully accused.
it was thrown out by court.
Good.
Yeah. So
What's the famous one for the women? The Roe versus Wade.
isn't that an abortion right?
Is
I
that
think
what it is?
so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just got
Yeah.
overturned?
Yes, it did.
We can't have abortions now or something after so many weeks.
Oh, not just, but it was overturned.
Yeah.
Which is lame. We should be allowed to have abortions if we want to. Our men and our body
I
rights.
believe
I saw
that it
sorry.
was like to the point where the baby was viable outside of the mother, and then it turns into murder after that point.
I seen what was the name of the dude that just got killed?
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I saw a video of him debating a guy about abortion, and Charlie Kirk was saying, a human is a human; they shouldn't be, blah blah blah. And then he was talking about, he was like, look into the crowd. Charlie Kirk was like, look into the crowd and see and tell me if you can tell the difference between somebody who was supposed to be born or who was here or who was born due to rape. And, obviously the guy's like, you can't tell a difference. You can't tell unless the person tells you. He's like, exactly. He was like, so why shouldn't a pregnant person be able to have the kid or whatever? I commented on things so big. I was like, look, you're dumb. I was like, you're gonna tell me if a 12-year-old child gets raped?
Oh my, I know.
You expect that child to carry the birth?
No, and he thinks it's okay. That's so fucking wrong. A 10-year-old girl, 12-year-old should not be. No, I don't give a fuck. No.
I like that one shirt that you wore yesterday. Kill your local pedophiles.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
You have a shirt like that?
Yeah, it says "Kill your local pedophile."
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody else liked it too. Anywho.
Really? Oh, I told him about that. He was pissed.
Oh boy.
I like your shirt.
I was the worker.
Do you want to move on?
I apologize for the lighting. I just noticed it adjusted. We are working on it. I promise. Bear with us.
We love you.
We do?
Give us another one. Let's hear it.
All right. So,
Fuck me. I guess.
a California man filed a class action lawsuit against T.W. Garner Foods Incorporated in 2022 because the Texas Pete hot sauce is manufactured in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, rather than Texas. The plaintiff claimed that he was misled into buying the product based on the name and the Texas imagery. A federal judge dismissed the case, of course, stating that the back label clearly listed the North Carolina address and that consumers would not reasonably assume the name alone dictates its origin.
I kind of thought it was originated from Texas. That's crazy. That's honestly kind of valid.
I mean, so then the reason why I believe that the judge dismissed that is because, for example, Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's Kentucky Fried Chickens everywhere. It's not just in Kentucky. So you can't sue them for having Kentucky in their label when they're in your state. It just is what it is.
Yeah. Crazy.
So
yeah, but there's a difference though. Kentucky Fried Chicken has said that they started in Kentucky.
Did Texas Pete start in Texas?
No,
it doesn't say that.
It's never started in Texas.
Well, I mean, it's manufactured in Winston-Salem. I don't know the actual history. Maybe the guy who designed it or created it.
Maybe he was from Texas. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can see why he would if it's called Texas Pete.
Yeah,
because if he was born in Texas or he liked Texas for some reason,
and then he happened to move to Winston-Salem, North Carolina, then you know semantics. Okay. But anyways, go ahead, Ben. Oh my God.
I'm trying to find something, but I don't see anything.
Do you want me to move on?
Yeah, go ahead, move on with your life.
All right. An 8-year-old New York boy faced a lawsuit from his own aunt in 2015 for $127,000. The aunt claimed that when her nephew excitedly leaped into her arms at his 8th birthday party, the impact caused her to fall and break her wrist. Yeah. An auntie sued her nephew. It went like she wouldn't drop it. It actually went to jury trial.
Fucking lying.
So they deliberated for less than 25 minutes before finding the child not liable for his exuberant greeting. He's an 8-year-old boy.
How do you?
She lost balance. She lost balance. Broke her fall with her hand. Broke her wrist.
But as the mom and or dad of that, say that's your sister that's suing your daughter.
I'm pissed.
I'd be pissed.
How do you recover your?
That family chain is broken.
Oh no, we're done. We're cutting ties. We're gonna go that low.
We talked about it. You know what I mean? I could pay for your medical bills or help you through rehab or whatever, but you're gonna sue my kid for that much money? Does he have that money?
How much was it again?
$127,000.
What'd you need that for, bitch?
Well, I guess it was for her medical records and medical bills, medical records.
I mean, medical bills rack up quickly.
They do, but I mean, a shot is like $500.
Still, like that's.
But it's your nephew. Kid. It's not even just a random 8-year-old kid. It is your nephew.
She's annoying.
Yeah, that's just extra.
What's wrong with you?
Have you guys ever heard of anything this ridiculous or any lawsuits that you know from your neck of the woods? Please put it in the comments.
Or have you filed any lawsuits that are
kind of dumb,
crazy? Yeah.
And you want to see if you can get away with it?
Please tell us.
I slipped on a grape. I cannot tell you how many cases of grape slippings I have seen.
I still don't see how people fall on a grape. I feel like it's not that slippery.
I don't either.
Obviously, I'm wrong.
Like maybe a banana peel,
I think it is.
Even a watermelon peel. Those are slippery. But
we deal with old people. Like, come on, they're not really observing everything.
And you know what's funny is that in regards to like the notes that we see in the system, it always says that there's like a 50-50 liability, and most of it says the client should have seen the grape or the client should have seen the water. The client did not protect themselves. If you're that old and you have problems with walking and moving around, watch where you're going.
Be mindful of how no.
Like, honestly, some of these people are tripping on the corners of things. Like, if your apartment is like a health hazard obstacle course for an old person, they would trip on everything.
They're falling down the stairs. Yeah.
Just,
yeah. No.
it's so sad. Your turn.
You got one?
I have two more.
There's one in the UK. So it's an abuse of power imbalance. A UK district judge, Andrew Simpson, fired for gross misconduct after sending sexualized images, unwanted physical contact, and overly familiar text social media to court staff. He said he was being polite.
What?
But investigation found failure to recognize power imbalance.
Yeah, no, that's
so he was being a pig. And he thought because he was a judge, it was okay.
He was being polite, motherfucker. Where was you being polite?
Sounds like something I would do.
What a pig! It does sound like something he would do.
Yeah, and we would sue you and win.
I'm not gonna hit on you. You ain't nobody.
Jeez, Louise, Papa Cheese.
Here he goes speaking.
If anything, I fire the both of y'all.
Anyway,
right. Moving on.
In 2022, a Florida woman filed a $5 million class action lawsuit against Kraft Heinz Foods Company. She argued that Velveeta cheese, shells and cheese cups were falsely advertised because the packaging says that they were ready in 3.5 minutes. She argued that the time frame only accounted for the microwave cycle and failed to include the necessary time to open the pouch, add water, and stir the cheese.
I can't. I understand her point.
How dumb.
But I can't.
You inconvenienced me by making me make food. It took so long. It says 3.5.
You didn't tell me how long it would take altogether.
She should have gotten, this should be like, these people should get smacked.
They dismissed it?
I mean, that sounds like me though.
Yeah, they dismissed it. But it was a lack of standing. I mean, it's just like, come on.
Really?
I mean, it says it takes that long to make the food itself.
What was an additional 30 seconds opening it?
Who the hell's going to calculate? Everybody's slow. You know what I mean?
Everybody's different pace.
Everybody's at a different pace. It's just ridiculous.
We're time people. Okay, go ahead.
Like, all right, Mary, go. And like, you have to find different ages.
Yeah.
And, different social structures, different everything.
What if they have one hand? Like, there's a lot that would go into that.
There's too many. So,
speaking of one hand, have you guys seen that video of, I don't know where it's at, a lady was pulled over by a cop?
Yes. Yeah. He gave her a ticket.
And they were trying to handcuff her and she didn't have a hand?
No, they didn't.
No, he said she was on her phone, but she had no hand. He said she was on her phone on her right hand.
But she has no right hand.
She lifted her hand and she just had like a nub.
And she was like, obviously you're wrong. And then he was like, well, no, I seen it. He was like, obviously you didn't. And then he was like, hand to God that you didn't have your phone in your hand. And she puts up her nub. He's like, hand to God. And then he's like, your other hand. Use your other hand to hand.
Wow.
But I guess they're in court right now.
That's crazy.
No, I think it got dismissed or something.
Oh, did it?
In her favor because obviously lack of evidence.
I mean, I've asked my friend who's a cop. I was like, yo, if you pulled the person over and you were like, hey, I pulled you over because I saw you with your phone.
Yeah.
And the driver showed you they have no hand. I was like, what would you have done? He was like, I would have been like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't see correctly. And I would have gone about my day. Mm-hmm. That's what that cop should have done.
I think he got mad because she laughed.
That cop doubled down and obviously got looked like a fool at court because.
Yeah, he gave her a ticket, but he didn't specify on the ticket which hand it was. And she goes like, why didn't you specify? Because you said it was my right hand.
Yeah.
He was just pissed off.
I saw another one where a woman was missing a hand and she was drunk. It was a drug driving and she had to be arrested and they couldn't handcuff her because she kept slipping out of her cuff because of the nub. So I was just like, oh, damn. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. This is my last one.
Okay.
Florida again.
Oh.
2 Florida customers sued McDonald's in 2018 for $5 million because they were charged the full price of a quarter pounder with cheese, even when they requested the burger without cheese. They asserted that McDonald's was unjustly enriching itself by roughly 40 cents per cheeseless burger. The case was thrown out because the plaintiffs could not prove that they suffered the actual economic harm. 5 minutes for 5 minutes. Why am I speaking like this? 5 million for 40 cents.
That's crazy.
5 million. I'm just wondering.
I never thought about that. because I get a lot of my food plain.
Yeah.
I've never thought about
they're charging you the whole.
I'm gonna sue you guys for.
They should charge less if we're. Well, that's a good point. They should charge less if I'm removing items off of it.
Well, yeah, they should in theory. The difference between a quarter pounder and a quarter pounder of cheese is the cheese. So if the cheese is 40 cents, just give me 40 cents less in my burger, and that's it.
That's there. No, you're talking about something different though.
What?
You're talking about getting a quarter pounder with cheese versus not getting a quarter pounder with cheese.
So they were charged.
They were getting a quarter pounder with cheese, but wanted the no cheese.
Yeah, they requested a plain quarter pounder, no cheese, and they got the price of a quarter pounder with cheese. What I'm saying is that McDonald's should have adjusted the price by 40 cents, which is the amount of that it costs for the cheese, and everybody would be happy.
Doesn't every quarter pounder come with cheese?
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
So then there's no
option to
there's no option. There's no option. You can just say it.
But they customize it. So I guess the customers are arguing that you can adjust the price by 40 cents because I guess maybe itemized the adding of cheese is 40 cents. So their argument is it should have been reduced by 40 cents. But since you inconvenienced us, give us $5 million.
No, I agree with McDonald's on this one because you're going to have every customer do that.
It's extreme.
And your lines are going to be even longer and and more fucked up.
Well, some people, I mean, like, for example, Chick-fil-A, if you get a smaller drink and your other items are large, they'll charge you less because you got a small drink.
I mean, you think that's
but I'm talking about just with food, though, it's going to take longer. If somebody goes to McDonald's and says, oh, I want a Big Mac, but I don't want the cheese, I don't want the sauce, I don't want the lettuce, and you're going to pay me, you're going to charge me the difference
make it
in all
less.
that.
Yeah.
They're going to have to add more things on to their computer to do
you're
all that.
absolutely
and the lines
right.
are going to just be hella long. So I agree with
I don't think everyone would do that.
I agree with fast food companies keeping the price the way it is.
He's absolutely right. There is a place here in downtown Bradenton that I usually get my omelets from. It's called Sage Biscuit. So their veggie omelet is $18.18, right? And
the year you're born?
Huh?
Shit's crazy.
It's $18.18, right? That's with tax. But the point is that the meal comes with a side of potatoes. It comes with a cup of fruit and some toast, right? So I thought that because I don't order the extras or the sides, I just order just the omelet, that they would reduce it. But that's the flat price. And I had to learn that the hard way because I was like, I'm not asking for the potatoes or the extra food. Why aren't you reducing my omelet? They were like, because it's a set price. That's the price. The additives, the extra stuff is added. That's extra as a complimentary, as a courtesy. But the omelet itself is the set price.
Yeah, well, next time you get that, I'll get the potatoes.
Oh, well, sure. That's anyhow.
Yeah.
That's all I have for you guys.
Yeah, those are.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Those are very interesting.
Very, very interesting.
I'm going to take the rest of the day and try to see if I can sue something.
I mean, this is America. You can sue anybody for anything at all. You can be a homeowner and trip and sue your insurance.
We try and sue a company.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're going to win.
Yeah.
It doesn't. But my point is you can sue anybody for anything.
Yeah.
I do have a suggestion. If you guys want quick money, Home Depot.
Home Depot. That's the way to go.
Letting you know that.
You know, huh?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you why.
You know, huh?
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Just go to Home Depot.
Well, I think that was it, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Peace, bitches.